Arrington, ProFootballCentral.com, Radio Row, here with the powerful Michael Clayton. My rookie year, the Michael Clayton story. Mr. Michael Clayton, how are we doing today?
Very good, man.
How's your Radio Row experience so far?
It's been great. You know, you have different platforms that are able to talk about your career, talk about life after football, which is why I wrote the book. A lot of different avenues, you know, nationals, locals, and it's things like this where, as a player, you want to take advantage of, and it's always great to have people who want to come on your show to share your story.
Talk about life after football. What made you want to do a book in the first place?
Well, I always wanted to write a book. My timing was always bad. I've always been success in everything. I won a national championship in college, was drafted first round, 15th pick, and I thought that was the end of my story, and I wanted to write a book then. And then I learned that that's really when my story began. And when I started, had a great rookie year, I started to experience a little turmoil, criticism in the media because I had injuries, I had setbacks, I got demoted, and I had to really build my character to go into work and continue to have the love of football and let it build me as a person. And then I won a Super Bowl, you know, went to the UFL even, and then got picked up from there with the New York Giants, and everything that I learned amongst my fire is what made me to be the man I am today.
Walk us through the injury and like the media and everything like that.
Which one?
How frustrating was it for you to read what you read, knowing that it isn't the truth, and you're gritting your teeth and you're saying to yourself, damn, I want to get my word out there. How frustrating was that experience, knowing that what you're seeing in print isn't the true story because they're not in your shoes or in your boots, as we can say right now?
Very frustrating. You know, as a player, especially as a young player, you know, I experienced success at a very young age, and then I experienced criticism at a very young age, 22, 23, and it was my first time ever really being talked about in a negative way, so I didn't know how to handle it. And you know, because of my mentors that I had in my past, my great father, who always told me to, you know, aim for the moon, and if you miss, you'll still be amongst the stars. To always never quit, you know, keep a positive mental disposition. And it was one thing that I had to learn to gain and continue my success, to how to approach my fire. And if it wasn't for those people in my life, man, I could have easily turned out to be a different story, you know.
Walk us through the Super Bowl experience. Players like Doug Baldwin right now, wide receiver, going through that for the first time. What kind of advice would you have for players like Doug Baldwin, who are a young receiver going into this for the first time, like you, going into the big game?
Well, it's very important for them to continue to be who they've been the whole season, to not be distracted by the media, the fans, the energy, and the pressures of the last game of the season, an experience that not even some of the greatest players were able to achieve. It's very important for them to maintain a constant day, the same day that they would have in a normal game. They're not playing in a Super Bowl, they're playing the game of football. And if they continue to have that mental disposition, they'll be able to be their very best self on Sunday.
So walk us through life after football again. You got like one book coming out, Chasing My Rookie Year right now. It's available at Amazon.com. Where else is it available?
MichaelRClayton.com.
Michael R. Clayton. He's doing a movie soon. He's going to be the original Michael Clayton.
I'm getting my story back.
Walk us through your other projects that you have going on outside of the book right now.
Well, my foundation is Generation Next Foundation.
There we go.
We support underprivileged kids, so kids in the community. I have a construction company in Tampa, so I buy properties, and what I'm able to do with that is go get these kids in the streets, teach them how to lay floors, put up drywall, fix a roof. All of these things and tasks that they can do with their own hands. They don't need to have an education to do these things. They just have to have a certain type of work ethic to do these things. It gives them an opportunity to not only open doors for them, but gives them a sense of pride and gives them an opportunity to bless others. So we've been able to create that within the organization. I've been doing a lot of media work as well. The SEC network is upon us. and me going to LSU and having success at LSU and coming out of that program, I always had a vision of me sitting on one of those panels. So maybe there's an opportunity, maybe not, but we'll see what happens.
So how's it feel being on the other side of the booth now, being in the media, covering the game now? How's that feel?
It feels good. You know, you get to bring your perspective, you know, certain topics that the media take out and blow out of proportion, like the Richard Sherman incident. You know, nobody talks about him willing to go pat the guy on the butt and congratulate him. They talk about the negativity of the face mask push, and it wasn't even him.
Yeah.
But yet we blow that out of proportion because he's the one who's playing in the media.
Right,
he's
right.
the one that was captured out of his moments in the flesh and blasting out. You know, so now you want to label that guy as a thug and as this and that. Being on this side, we get to have a voice for those players because I've been there. I've been criticized, and having that voice in the media to give that outlet to players, even if it's my own show, I know how to lead these guys in a direction to build their brands in a positive way so the fan can become one with them and know all about
I'm
them.
just saying, Pro Football Central just signed 6 players to do podcasts, including Laurie Malloy and Brian Finneran and Tony Banks. Just saying. So, walk us through the foundation again. Does it have a website? How can someone like me, someone want to like donate or anything like that? How do we get involved?
MichaelRClayton.com. All of our projects, our calendar with the foundation are all on MichaelRClayton.com. If you don't put the R in it, George Clooney will pop up. And then, though it was a great movie, I think that our story and what we're doing is better. People who want to support Michael R.